My bad. There we go. Yeah, I'm not happy with this whole... Here's the good news. At least the one thing they're not doing. They removed the 2K launcher and there is no de novo. So at least that's something you can work with. I would be absolute ass. Can you imagine? They removed the 2K launcher, and then they're announcing they're putting the new into Civ 7. It's like Sid Meier's takes, Sid Meier's gives. So we heard that you had some real issues with the 2K launcher and that the performance was tanking in Civ 6, that we actually had to put out multiple hotfixes over the last 3 months because we had issues with it, so we removed that. Here's de novo, by the way. Whoa! Oh, thanks. Alright, here we go. I am... This will be information overload, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Focus mode, logging in. Let's go. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, don't do this. It's me. Okay, they are starting with the narrator. Oh god, they are reading Reddit.
Throughout our history, ordinary people have done extraordinary things.
What have I said? Oh, it's what's her face?
They inspired movements.
Damn it!
Created the impossible. And destroyed.
Brianna Tart.
Ordinary people.
Big Mummy.
Changed the world. Chose to dream. To build.
I always forget her name. I'm so sorry. I'm bad at names.
To always hope. And if there's hope for one of us, there's hope for us all. Now it's your turn to reimagine civilization.
I'm hyped for that.
Something you believe in.
Fortunately, the bitrate is a bit meh. Hell yeah. Ooh, the bitrate is really bad. I wonder if we
Hello, Civ fans.
Hi!
On behalf of all of us here at Firaxis Games, we'd like to welcome
Who are you again?
to the first look at the next chapter in our Civilization franchise, Civilization VII. You know, looking back 30 years ago,
You look much
Civilization
younger.
was created during a time when we were still learning what games could really be. We were searching for that next big challenge to take on, which led us to thinking, what could be greater than
Oh, it's
putting
Sid
the
Meier.
entire history of the world into a video game and make it fun. 3 decades later,
Oh my god, they have the
because of your
chair.
passion, your love for Civ, that we're still here today.
It's awesome.
In every game of Civ, you've gone on a journey to build an empire to stand the test of time. And now the journey continues. Prepare to take just one more turn on February 11th, 2025, when we launch Civilization VII
Or
on PC,
February
console,
6th,
all on
if you give us a
February
lot of moolah.
First time in franchise history. This is by far the biggest, the most ambitious game we've ever made at Firaxis. It represents a significant gameplay evolution for the Civ franchise, and it's a game we plan
It
to
looks
support
like
for
it.
many years to come.
Oh, there are
To learn
wreckages
about the
in the
vision,
water. I saw
The
that.
driving force that inspired our biggest new feature, You'll see your Civ world brought to life like never before. And you'll discover why Civilization VII promises to be a revolutionary new chapter in this franchise that we all love so dearly. Please enjoy.
Thanks, Sid.
Civilization is the foundation of Firaxis. Whether you've been playing since the MS-DOS days or have joined us more recently, we're so grateful for your continued passion and support. When you walk around our studio, you can feel the energy and excitement. You can see how inspired our people are to come in and build the next Civ game.
Civilization is the
Till they're going to Reddit and read about all the mean things people are saying online.
Build an empire to stand the test of time. You select a civilization led by a famous historical leader and guide your Civ
I'm
journey
so
across
curious
the
about
entire
all
span of human history. You shape your empire piece
the
by
leaders.
piece.
I love that you now see the
Technologies
progress.
You want to research to what civics you want your society to uphold. And you compete with others on the world stage, engaging in diplomacy, negotiating alliances, and
Okay.
sometimes
Ooh.
going to war.
Oh no.
In every Civilization game, your empire has always been represented by a single civilization. You play through the entire span of history as that one civilization. This time around, we want to take you on a new journey.
Oh.
For the first time ever, in Civilization VII, the story of your empire isn't just that of a single civ,
What?
but several connected together through time.
What?
At the dawn of each new age of human advancement, you'll select a new civ to represent your empire. You'll build on and
Like
carry forward your
Humankind.
previous achievements while unlocking new gameplay bonuses to
Like
reinforce
Humankind.
your
Wow.
By the
They
end,
just
you'll
took
have
Humankind
forged a
like that.
path through history. To show you what we
Damn.
mean, let's take you through the story of one such empire.
They literally just copied Humankind. Wow. It's kind of funny. I know a lot of people who said that they hated that and shit, and man, Civ is doing it so much better.
A new age. The age of antiquity. Where humanity begins to take its
Ooh,
first
the
steps
sandstorm.
into the annals of history.
I hope they will have this in 4K
The
available
great
afterwards.
Pharaoh, Hatshepsut, leads the civilization of ancient Egypt. Among the arid desert lands and a
Ooh, I love the
winding
fog of
river,
war.
the seeds of our people are rooted in sand and water.
I love the interface.
To discover what treasures and dangers lie beyond, a brave scout begins to survey and map the surrounding lands. As our population grows, a new granary is built to store food for hungry mouths.
And it will be for every field.
Its location decided, a new district is formed,
Yep.
and construction begins.
Like Humankind.
With more food available, our people look to make improvements to the land. An ancient fruit ripe for cultivating is spotted. Dates will provide more sustenance for our citizens,
Nice.
and their sweetness will make the people happy. A plantation is constructed.
Can you
to
do more
harvest
with
this
it, though?
valuable resource.
Can you do more with the
Over
resource?
time, our city continues to grow.
This is something I
as
wanted
more
to see.
Urban and rural developments spring forth. We pursue advancements in technology to serve the needs of our people.
Okay, there's the research.
Breakthroughs in irrigation further enhance
Garden.
our food production.
Settlement
While
limit.
sailing
Settlement
unlocks
limit.
our ability to traverse the nearby waters.
Okay, also Humankind.
It is now possible to journey further and expand our empire. With a deft hand, our scout travels along a navigable river.
I kind of... Oh, that you can go up the
Their
rivers is
tenacity
amazing.
rewarded
Hey!
with the discovery of a breathtaking series of
Iguazu
waterfalls.
Falls.
This natural wonder of the world attracts the imagination of our people. and
You can't
brave
see it really
settlers
because my
begin
camera's in the
long
way,
trek to claim
but
new
all the
land
resources
and
you
enrich
know
the
from
empire.
Civilization are up there in the top left.
A
Just
new
much
town
smaller.
is established, near the majestic falls. A town starts from humble beginnings and is initially used to gather nearby resources. Perhaps in the future, this town will grow large enough to specialize and gain its own identity.
I hate to say it again, but this is Humankind.
Our expansion does not go unnoticed. A foreign
This
scout
is exactly
spotted,
Humankind.
revealing the existence of a nearby independent power. Initial hostilities.
Oh,
temper
independence.
decline
Okay.
as friendly relations begin to form. And peace does not dampen our ambitions. Our people
will try
strive
not to
forth
say it that
to
often
create
anymore.
Great wonders the world has never seen before. As we continue to expand and explore the continent, we encounter new civilizations.
Oh boy.
They are eager to engage in a bartering of ideas and goods.
Okay.
Trade routes are established, providing mutual access to each empire's resources. But our rapid growth does not go unnoticed. Our neighbors' ambitions rival our own, setting us on a
Romans.
collision course. War.
I love that
Is
the
no longer
units now look
avoidable.
different depending on which faction you are.
A great army is raised, led by
That
formidable
looks amazing.
commanders
I love that.
who spur our forces quickly across the land.
Ooh, what the
Spears
hell?
and arrows make way for iron swords and armor.
Okay, how does this
The
work?
battles are fierce.
What? Is this like the
Emerge
old?
victorious.
Okay, I want to see battle. I want to see more about
The
warfare.
challenges of this age have shaken our mighty Egyptian empire to its core. The world changes. We feel the pages of history turn as the age of antiquity comes to a close.
Okay.
A new
Now it gets
age of
interesting.
human advancement approaches. The age of exploration. A
Wow.
new age brings forth new challenges.
This is
and new
super different.
opportunities. New technologies to research.
Oh, you
New
can choose
resources
what
to
to start
acquire.
with?
New lands to explore.
Wow, you go from
If we are to
classical
take on the
era
challenges of
into
this new age,
late
we must
medieval?
adapt and select a new civilization to represent our empire.
Oh, we could play as
One that
Egypt
is
again.
better equipped to take on the challenges of the exploration age. This new civilization builds on top of its past legacy, and our actions in this age will inevitably influence a future yet to come. As we evolve, so too do our neighbors. The stage is set. A new age begins. Will you follow a path set by history? Or will you pivot and forge something anew? What kind of empire will you make?
Ah,
What strategies will you pursue? The future is yours to create.
I'm just...
In Sid Meier's Civilization VII.
Okay, ages. Yeah, it's,
The journey
again,
ahead
very
shows brought
Humankind.
to life by our wonderful new narrator, Gwendolyn Christie.
Ah,
It's
Gwendolyn
just
Christie,
one
there we go.
potential path you can take in Civilization VII. This is made possible by our biggest new feature, Ages.
Yep.
Ages are inspired by a transformational idea for Civ, that history is built in layers. This idea is a way of understanding how civilizations have grown, changed, and evolved over time.
That's good.
Think of the first civilizations of the world.
I think
as
it's
creating
important.
initial
I
foundations.
said it in my
As
Civ
civilizations
video
grow, new layers
once
are added to
that
foundation in the form of
I
things
don't like how
technologies,
Civ is handling
and cultural
the
norms.
early
At
ages.
some point, civilizations faced with a crisis that defines their time must evolve. When that happens, these past layers don't disappear.
Oh.
Instead, they now serve as a new foundation for the new civilization. As the cycle repeats, connecting the past, present, and future together.
Instead of playing as one single civilization across every age, you'll evolve your empire into a new civilization for each new age. One that is suited to take on
Yeah,
the
of course,
historical
it's inspired.
challenges
I get that.
of that time.
Every age is designed to be.
But I
like a
just find it funny how
historical
many
sandbox.
people were like
As a way to really immerse yourself in
pissing a
that
bit
time.
on Humankind.
Almost everything inside an age is exclusive to that age. That includes things like which technologies and civics you can research, what resources are available to be gained.
Damn, those are a lot of
and
resources
powers
on the
around
map.
you, to even things like gameplay systems and civilizations, all unique to that.
Yeah, how is the combat working?
Having unique civs for each age is something we're really excited about. In the
Call.
past, every civ needed to be balanced across a game that spans all of history.
Mm-hmm.
This naturally resulted in things like late era civs being strong in the late game, but weak early on.
Yes.
Now, we can balance around the age itself.
Hmm.
This means we can give every civ bonuses, units, and buildings that
I mean, there was one of the
relevant
biggest weak pointers,
and
and I
powerful.
talked about that too, right?
Having exclusive civs per age is also great.
There's
for
when you
historical immersion.
Use the
Every
Romans.
age feels like an epic showdown of some of the great powers of that.
Romans
time.
were shit.
We'll have 3 ages for you to play.
Oh,
The
3
Antiquity
ages.
Age.
Wow,
When
only
agricultural
3 ages.
societies begin to cluster into urban centers, forming the foundations of the first civilizations.
DLC.
The Exploration Age. When the desire for precious commodities from distant lands spurs empires to stretch across great oceans. And the Modern Age. A period of incredible technological growth and global conflict, where mankind goes from the development of the steam engine to the splitting of the atom.
Damn it,
Every age
Gandhi!
can be played on its own, or woven together into a full campaign.
Huh?
In past games, civs and leaders were always tied together and came as a
Yes.
package deal of agendas, abilities, units, and more.
Which was a
civs
balance
being
problem.
Exclusive to ages, we're excited to introduce a new innovation for leaders. For the first time in franchise history, leaders are now selected independently from civilizations.
Huh.
You can now mix and match unique parts of different civs and leaders,
But
unlocking all new strategic
does that make
combinations,
sense?
staying true to Civ's spirit of experimentation. For players who want to stick to more historical pairings, a useful indicator will appear on the Civ selection screen.
Oh, okay.
Also taking the opportunity to expand who we consider to be a leader in Civilization VII. We'll continue to have traditional heads of state such as Hatshepsut, but we're also excited to have new leaders in areas such as philosophy, religion, science, and more.
Having leaders stay the same across ages helps bring a sense of who you're playing against in Civilization VII.
And more
It also gives
DLCs.
you the
Let's not forget
opportunity
that.
to keep the theme of evolution going.
Much more
As your
DLCs.
empire evolves from one age to the next,
Oh.
it's important that your leader grows as well.
Oh, they are taking the governor tree and put that into the leaders.
These attributes can be gained in a variety of ways, from completing narrative events to
Oh.
rewards for researching certain technologies and civics.
Whoa.
Overall, leaders are getting a huge upgrade. They're more powerful, more varied, and more strategically interesting than ever. We cannot wait for you to discover your new favorite leader in Civilization VII.
I wonder how many they were. Like, again, they showed with the leader pass they released like 2 or 3 years ago.
One age ends and you begin an age transition.
I love to say leaders.
Incredibly exciting moment.
And it worked.
You'll select a new civilization to represent your empire in the new age. You'll choose parts of your past civ to carry forward into the new one. And the game map literally expands, filled with new independent powers to befriend, new resources to
That map
acquire,
is big.
and new discoveries to be made.
Hey, there's the raggage.
During an age transition, there are a few factors that determine which civ you can evolve into.
Oh.
This includes any historical connections between your previous and future civ, your choice of leader, and even certain gameplay decisions that you made in the past age.
So you cannot just
Every civ
choose a
plays
leader.
differently. Across your game,
Oh.
you might want to stay as true to history as possible, only selecting civs that have historical ties to each other. Or you might switch to civs that fit your strategic needs.
So this is a
There are
bit
so many
what
possible
Millennia
paths to explore,
does.
so many different choices you can make. The potential
With
for
the
strategy in
ages.
Civilization VII is nearly endless.
Don't say that.
Something we hear often from players is about how when you play a game of Civ, you forget the world around you. Video games, more than any other medium, have this ability to completely immerse you in another universe.
It looks so good.
Whether it's through art,
I have to play it. Like, the problem...
cinematic moments,
We will talk about that when they are done here, but Humankind had some major
your Civ
flaws.
world to life.
Getting the look and feel for Civilization
Jason
VII
Johnson?
is critical.
Great
so
name.
It's important to make sure we are capturing that through our art style. I spent a lot of time as a kid in museums, especially in the diorama sections, and being able to walk by and see these little...
So they're going more with the diorama this time
in them was something that I always found
instead of board
intriguing.
game.
Technology
Good.
changes every time we put one of these games out, and
Good.
each time we put one out, we can do more. And we're at a spot in the industry now where we've just got a lot of tools and a lot of power under our belts to represent the entire world of Civilization.
I'm just waiting for the moment he
We're
says
hoping that
AI.
Players can look into this game, see the diametric detail on this, and tell their own stories that they've never told before. Everything is going to fit together in such a different way than it has in the past from Civilization, and I think it's going to give you a much more realistic...
This is a very
version of the
different
simulation
game
that
now.
you're trying to create. We took a lot
Like-
we learned in the Civ 6 and learned from that, trying to open up some more spaces and everything.
Civ 6
And we adjusted the tone from 6
was
to 5,
still
I think,
very
for our fans
close
are
to what
looking
the
for it. I
Civilization
think it's
game
gonna be
was.
a lot of fun for them.
Civ 7?
It's something that nobody else is doing, and nobody but Firaxis can do.
Well, nobody else is doing besides of Humankind, but sure.
I think players will love how combat looks.
Yes, please, combat.
Expanded the variety of units in Civ 7.
Oh, there's... Oh yeah, I just realized there's now a
One another,
height difference.
You'll see and hear the clashing of swords and steel. Units have a higher level of fidelity than ever before. Everything from the little parts and pieces and details on the armor
They look
set
great.
to the
Also, is this your
clear
leader
representation
fighting?
of a whole army on a battlefield.
I'm so...
I feel like this is going to become
I want
your
to
Civ.
know more
Like,
about this.
This is the one. It has the look.
Firaxis takes its representation of different cultures in Civ 7 very seriously. Language is a critical part of Civilization. It's how people tell their story.
I'm afraid. That woman frightens me. I love her.
This is important because we
I
are
also love that
trying
they're
to
in the
teach
library.
this game, and it's important to our players. They want to see their cultures represented correctly. In many cases, some players have never seen their cultures represented anywhere else. It brings great pride and joy to be able to see themselves included in the history of the world.
Music also plays an important role in bringing out the spirit.
The music has
and
been good so
essence
far.
of each civilization. Every Civ has its own theme, and we're excited to share that Chris Tin, who composed the Grammy Award-winning theme Baba Yetu for Civilization 4,
Oh, he's back.
and the main theme for Civilization 6, is returning for Civilization 7.
Awesome.
We cannot wait for you to hear it.
Oh, come on. Give us a tease.
Today represents just an initial look at what's to come in Civilization VII. We have so much more to share, from gameplay deep dives to
no
first
warfare.
looks at new
Okay.
leaders and civilizations.
Okay, this was good
What
though.
you can expect from Civ 7 post-launch.
Post-launch.
Sid Meier's Civilization 7 releases on February 11th, 2025.
Or
It's
6th
available
if you were
to
shelling out
pre-order
$100.
Players who pre-order Civilization 7 will receive the Tecumseh and Shawnee pack. And if you haven't already, be sure to create a 2K account and sign up for our Civ newsletter to receive the latest updates.
Hey,
Also
Napoleon.
unlock the exclusive Emperor persona for Napoleon in Civilization 7. And as a special thank you, if you use that same 2K account to play Civ 6, you'll automatically unlock Napoleon's revolutionary persona in Civ 7. Check out our
Huh.
website at civilization.com.
I still don't know
for all
what this
details, and be
means,
sure to follow
though.
Civ for all the latest.
We hope you enjoyed this first look at Civilization VII. The entire team at Firaxis has been working very hard to make sure we deliver a game that gives you more reasons to take just one more turn.
As we welcome Civ 7 into the Civ family, I think back to the legacy of Civilization, the 30 years of development, refinement, iteration, exploration of the millions of
This is
players that have
crazy.
of the
Like,
millions of hours that have been played. I'm so proud to be here for this moment, welcoming Civ 7 into the family.
this is so
February
crazy,
11th,
man.
2025 isn't too far away. We're excited to be taking this journey with you.
I'm looking forward to it. I really do. Can we get this in 4K now, please? I would appreciate it. That was good. Like, wow. But this is crazy. I mean, I would be honest, I didn't expect the amount of humankind they're putting in. Narrator, as I said,
Throughout our history, ordinary people have done extraordinary things.
I love that they have chosen her. I think,
Illuminating our potential.
yeah, it would be nice. Like what I said before, I can already see videos on this, and I am not here for it.
They inspired movements.
I will completely ignore those type of videos. Like,
Created
yeah,
the possible.
she has a nice voice.
Destroyed the indestructible.
She has a really good
Ordinary
voice.
People chose to change the world, chose to dream, to build, to hope, to always hope. And if there's hope for one of us, there's hope for us all. Now it's your turn to reimagine civilization
Yep, I like her voice.
and build something you believe in.
I like her voice. Pretty happy with that. But yeah, going back to gameplay, man, we are literally looking here at a completely different Civ, right? Like that's a crazy part. Like we are literally looking at a new Civ, which is so vastly different
First step.
from what we expected. Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of aspects of Humankind, and I wanted to talk about this very briefly before we are wrapping this up. I will do another deep dive video down the road, but actually tomorrow. Humankind did a lot of things where I was sure that games like Civ will copy that because they had good ideas. The problem was for Humankind, this was like their first game where they were trying to figure this out, and they had some huge balance issues, especially when you were choosing a civilization and somebody was taking that civilization before you. Was such a no-go. You would lose so much. Like if somebody was taking the civilization you wanted to take because it was really important for your build and you came in too late, that could screw you over so much. Like that was one of the major reasons why people started to hate this game, because you couldn't play the civilizations and the strength you wanted to. The game was forcing you. Now it seems like this game is not doing that. We will see how that exactly goes. They have to show a little bit more, but I hope that they don't make the same mistake. That now everything is there to be built on. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. I like that. I think the reason, like I know this was a huge discussion in Civ 6, that you now had more and more important buildings outside of your city, and a lot of the important stuff wasn't inside anymore, and people hated that a bit. But what I always felt like was a problem in Civ 6, it felt like they were indecisive. They were indecisive on, do they really wanted to go down the road of building everywhere or having this weird mix? Like, I'm glad that they are not doing this and they are now saying, no, you know what, you have to build outside. That also makes much more sense to have a big territory. Like, the only reason why you were growing your territory in the Civ games was always when you wanted to get like a specific resource in a specific area. You never really needed a big area just to build stuff, especially because you also needed people to work on all the improvements. So if you couldn't keep up with the people improvement, and hey Sakura, sorry, I didn't want to ignore you. Then you had a problem, right? And the big territory didn't really work out. I'm wondering how this works. Also, this means you don't need worker anymore? It feels like it, you don't need workers anymore, right? So that is an interesting thing. I think they completely put away with the workers. Also, which is interesting to note, is that now you're not immediately building big cities, but like smaller outposts first to just acquire the resources, like Humankind does, or a lot of 4X games are doing. Like, there are quite a bit of 4X games where you're not immediately starting to build cities, but you're building smaller outposts if you really just want that specific or two resources. So that they're actually bringing that finally into this game, I think is a good thing. Too many cities I built in the previous Civ games was literally just for one or two resources I really wanted, and I always felt like this is a bit of a waste of a city, right? Let me see the interface very quickly. I wanted to go back to, yeah, this one. So, oh yeah, there's a city limit. It's hard to see because the thing is there, but the city limit is here. 0 out of 3, 1 out of 3. Yep, it's in the top left. 1 out of 3. Yep. Good. I think having a city limit is a good idea. Why? Because, as I said, too many cities you were building, sometimes bullshit cities. Like, nobody wanted, nobody asked for, and, well, you wanted them because they were strategically wise, or they were like for one or two resources, but nothing else. And now you have to make more decisions. Now, let's see what happens if they build a town. Do we see the number? They're at 1 out of 4. Let's see. I don't think we see the number. I think they only show the cinematic cam. Yeah, that sucks. I would have loved to know if this counts. I don't think it does. If it would count, that would be dumb. Because the idea is that you're not starting with a city, but with a town. Oh, this is much later. 8 out of 15 cities. What the hell? Maybe it does count. And you just have a lot of cities, because 8 out of 15 cities is kind of crazy. That's a lot. Yeah. All right. But I think we are wrapping it up for now. Thank you so much for watching this with me. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you also so much for watching. Please, if you want to see more of Civilization, we would definitely do another deep dive in the next 24 hours, probably. Would appreciate if you leave a like and also subscribe to the channel. It would help me out a great deal. And for everyone else, thank you so much for watching. I see you next time. Stay safe. Bye-bye.